Okay, so story number two. Jump forward a few years. I'm living in Central California, trying to become a singer-songwriter and solo artist around Monterey, which is a beautiful city in Central California. You should definitely visit. But it's not a happening place for live music or any kind of nightlife. It's where people go to have quiet, peaceful vacations in a small town or retire in peace. So I learned quickly were not many places to perform. And there just wasn't much of a scene there. One of the few places that did have live music was this little coffee shop called the East Village Coffee Lounge, if I remember, and shout out to that place if they're still around. I hope they're doing well. So they would occasionally let me play there. The staff were very nice, and so one night I had a gig there, and it was supposed to be, I think, 3 hours, at least two. Like I was the featured musical entertainment that night. So I got there, set up, and whatever was happening was kind of winding down, and there's people milling about, and I'm setting up. But this place was interesting. So any of you who've done coffee shop gigs, you're often the background music for people doing their coffee thing, and you're not really the center of attention necessarily, but people are casually listening, and you can get paid decent and make some tips. Well, this place, the stage was actually in a separate room from the coffee shop, because it was an active listening venue. They really push live music, which is great, but it meant that people who want to hear you have to really want to hear you. They're committed. So I start playing, and the crowd's gradually thing out from whatever was going on before, and after about 2 or 3 songs, there's no one in the room anymore. Everyone's going over to the coffee shop. But I keep going because people they're kind of coming back and forth in and out of the room. But I don't know, 3 or 4 songs in, I realized, oh wait, no, there's no one in the room, and they're not coming back in. Everyone's in the coffee shop and they're staying there. And I soldier on a little longer, but I finally stop and go out and look around, and the place is dead. This was like a Wednesday night, I think, and there was probably less than 10 people in the whole coffee shop. And I talked to the staff, and they're like, "Yeah, it's really dead. You can keep playing if you want. I don't know if it's going to get any better." And I went back. I think I did another 2 songs, but no one was in the room, and I'm thinking, oh wow, I'm literally playing in an empty room, not figuratively. There's nobody in this room, so I didn't stay. It wasn't worth it. It might have been 30 minutes, maybe only 20. So that was that. But that was that. Now I can say, I joke to myself, okay, well, if I ever make it big, I can talk about the time I played a literally empty room, because I remember a gig I played in Boston where there was. I played it for the sound man and the 2 people playing after me, but at least they clapped a little bit and were kind of into what I was doing. But this was a literally empty room, so bit of a bummer. Anyway,